Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Tovia. I'm going to show you guys how to make Kids Joy Butter Toffee Popcorn. It's so good and buttery and delicious, and it's going to make you feel like a kid. Find all the ingredients for today's recipe in the description box, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell, and please share. We're going to begin with our sugar in our pot, and you can find the ingredients also in the description box under this video. I'm going to begin by sticking my candy thermometer here. Thank you, Sheila, for the candy thermometer. I really appreciate it. So to the sugar is going to be some salted butter. So I'm using a stick of salted butter. If you choose to use unsalted butter, you would just throw in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I have here some clear corn syrup, and I just measured it in my Pyrex. I sprayed it down with some cooking spray. You can, wipe your glass out with oil or butter. This just helps everything slide out with no problem. So we're going to have other couple ingredients on standby, and our oven is preheating at 250°F. I'm going to begin here on high heat. So I'm going to just remove my candy thermometer, and I have a glass of warm water here on the side that I'm going to stick this in. And as our sugar is beginning to melt, as you see here, it's beginning to bubble. So I'm going to just stir in our butter. Now we're stirring very carefully so we won't, have any of this sugar pop on us, because it's very dangerous. So now that all the butter is melted, I'm going to give it one final stir. And I'm going to put my candy thermometer back in the pot. I'm going to let this go for about 7 to 8 minutes. You don't necessarily need a candy thermometer, but I like to use a candy thermometer because I don't want this to get above 340 degrees, because you don't want it to burn. So we're going to keep this on a steady heat. I'm going to keep this on about medium-high, and we're just going to let this go until it reaches about 338 degrees. So this is going to take about 7 to 8 minutes, as I said. And we're not going to stir this at all. We're just going to let this go. So guys, we are at the soft crack stage right now. It's been about 5.5 minutes. So I'm going to let this go for about another 2 minutes. I'm just watching it closely. So this is important while we have the candy thermometer. So I want it to get to about 315 degrees. And we'll be at that hard crack stage. Actually, we're going to go to about 310. So disregard that. So I'm going to go to 310 degrees. Okay, so we're at 300 degrees. So watch it closely because it happens quick. So I'll turn off the heat, because it just hit like 308, and the temperature is still going to keep rising. A 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, and then we're going to add to this 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. And my oven is preheated at 250 degrees, and I have my cooked popcorn here on the side. So when we're going to stir this, don't be afraid, because it will foam up a bit. As you see here, it has beautiful butter toffee color. So I'm stirring this quickly, and then I have my popcorn here, and I'm gonna just pour over my peanuts over my popcorn. And we're doing this quickly, and I'm gonna pour this toffee over. Beautiful colored toffee after stirring everything. And then I'm gonna give everything a toss together. And don't worry that this doesn't cover all the popcorn, because we're going to put this into a baking sheet, and we're going to let this go for just a few minutes, and we're going to give it a toss to help coat everything. So see the beautiful toffee color that we have. It's rich and brown in color. Now I have a baking pan here off to the side, a very large one, and I sprayed it with non-stick baking spray. And I'm going to dump this into my very large pan. And the reason why I'm using a pan that's very large is because it just makes it easier to toss everything. So you won't get popcorn that, you know, sort of falls out of the pan. So I'm just sort of moving everything together in one pile here. And I'm going to put this in my preheated 250-degree oven for 10 minutes. And we're going to take it out and give it a stir. And we're going to determine if we need to cook it longer. It's been 5 minutes that our butter toffee popcorn has been in the oven. And like I said, it's at 250-degree Fahrenheit. And now I'm going to give everything a stir. So it's been in the oven for 5 minutes and I'm giving this a stir. And as you see, everything is becoming well coated. So I think this is good. I think this is good enough. If you want it to be even more coated, you can let this go for another 5 minutes or so, up to 15 minutes, stirring it about every 5 minutes or so. But I think this is good. So I'm going to go ahead and just spread this out and allow this to cool off completely. Our butter toffee popcorn is set, so I'm going to go ahead and just break it apart. And look how beautiful and shiny it is. It's beautiful in color. And I have a container here that I purchased from Walmart, gift container. You can just put your popcorn in that container. It's nice for the holidays. Everything to shake around here. So guys, please share this video, add this video to your playlist. Okay, and please leave a comment down below and hit the thumbs up. So here is our beautiful packaging here. So and out here off the side. So I'm going to give this a taste. I like the clusters that have the peanuts in it. So it's buttery, perfect caramel, butter toffee flavor going on. And if you guys are wondering what popcorn I used, this is what I use the best over at Barkers. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed the recipe. Please remember to live and be well. Let's come together and love each other. Thanks for watching.